Hey guys, very quickly before this video gets started, I wanted to disclaim that this video has been brought to you by EA Game Changers. All of the gameplay in this video was captured at an event in San Francisco where EA covered my flights and accommodations. The gameplay you're seeing here is still technically a work in progress, so keep that in mind if something glitchy looking happens. In Anthem, there are 4 different Javelin exosuits to choose from, and while the same character can eventually use all of them interchangeably, in the early leveling up stages you're going to have to choose between 1 or 2. You will unlock your first Javelin after the tutorial missions, and from there can unlock the others at level 8, 16, and 26 in an order at which you choose. The 4 types of Javelins in Anthem are the Ranger, the Colossus, the Storm, and the Interceptor. I have already made guides to all of these 4 Javelins, so if you would like to learn about their specific weaponry, abilities, and ultimates in depth, you can use the links I provided in the description. In today's video, I'm going to talk about which Javelin a player should pick in regards to their individual playstyle. Having played Anthem, I've gotten multiple hours with each class and have been given a pretty good sense of how all of them play and feel. So let's start with the Ranger. The Ranger is meant to be your easy to pick up class. He's pretty much just good at everything. I found the Ranger's movement to be swift and easy to learn. His weaponry was powerful and satisfying to use. You can see in the gameplay here as I use homing missiles and grenades to do lots of damage. Despite the Ranger being the easiest to learn Javelin class in Anthem, after getting my hands on all of them, he is still my favorite to play and is the class I can see myself wanting to use the most. He's just a really solid pick for any encounter. It is so much fun shooting missiles and doing tons of damage. You really feel like you're Iron Man playing as the Ranger. And I think a lot of people will enjoy playing as this Javelin. We started with the class I've played the most and move on to the class I've played the least. The Colossus is the tank in Anthem and he takes some time getting used to. I immediately noticed how slow and heavy I felt while using the Colossus. It's not that he runs or flies really any slower than the other classes because they're all the same, but the general movement and animations take longer. That's not to say he's clunky, he just requires a certain type of playstyle to best utilize his abilities. What the Colossus lacks in agility, he makes up for in brute force. So if you're the type of player who likes to play fast and run all around the map, the Colossus is going to be the Javelin you should wait to unlock. But if you don't mind moving less and enjoy blowing up things more, if you like putting up shields and bashing things in the face, then you'll probably really like playing as the Colossus. Next up is what seemed to be the most popular class at the premiere event, and for good reason, that being the Storm. The Storm is a class that relies on abilities above all else. He can hover much longer than any other suit, allowing him to get a bird's eye view of the battle and rain down all different types of elemental damage. His mystical abilities make him feel insanely powerful, casting spells from up above. His health is relatively low, but his movement is swift, being able to blink in all directions out of the way of incoming fire. The Storm is certainly the most unique of all the Javelins, and I could see it being a perennial force utilized in any and every team. And then last but not least is the Interceptor. The Interceptor is an interesting one. Going into Anthem, it was the class I was the most excited to try out. The Interceptor is the most agile Javelin, being able to rapidly dodge multiple times in all directions. He relies heavily on melee combat, working almost like an assassin, quickly coming into the fray, striking heavily, and then zipping out before the enemy can even react. The Interceptor isn't going to have tons of health either, but if one can master his unique playstyle, his melee attacks can become devastatingly powerful. So if you are the complete opposite of the Colossus and like zipping all around the map and stabbing everything, you'll probably really enjoy playing as the Interceptor. And guys, that pretty much just wraps it up. I know that these overviews were super quick, but as I said, I've already made in-depth videos on all of the Javelin's abilities. So if you're interested in more information on any or all of the classes, go and check the links in the description. From what I played, classes such as the Ranger, and especially the Storm, were the most powerful and popular. But all of them seemed well balanced. The Colossus and Interceptor just require a bit more of a learning curve. That's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed it and found it helpful, if you could please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I've got plenty of more Anthem content coming soon. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.